King Von uncle pulls up on Quando Rondo in hood. Leaked footage. Seems like Quando Rondo can't catch a break from all this King Von drama, and it looks like King Von's uncle is out for Quando's head. Von's uncle is an OG to the whole gang life, so being that he is trying to pull up on the 21-year-old Georgia native seems normal. King Von's uncle recently had hopped onto an interview stating, "That boy Quando Rondo might as well give up. He stands no chance against O-Block. They're gonna come after his boys if he's not in their hands." Odd that they still want Quando Rondo after the security footage showed he wasn't trying to start any problems. Could the gang just be doing this to stop Quando Rondo from exposing them? Welcome to Lime Report. Today we'll be telling you everything you need to know about this situation, one detail at a time, so be sure to pay close attention. Before we get into this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Von for a chance at winning our giveaway. Now back to the video. Since the passing of late rapper King Von, everyone from O-Block and OTF seems to be lost. The crew has definitely lost a big part of their hearts. One of the many who used to be very close to King Von, his uncle, has a mission of his own to get Quando. Late night last night surveillance footage shows a man in a ski mask, Von's uncle, with a group of men approaching Quando Rondo and two others. Von's uncle is seen rushing the rapper with what seemed to be a crowbar, hitting Quando Rondo multiple times in the chest, and then running away after one of Quando's affiliates looked as if he was pulling out a firearm. Odd he didn't fire any shots off, as the police report stated no firearms were used in this case. Quando Rondo sustained multiple bruises and a broken rib. Luckily, he walked away from this one alive and not in a casket. In the past couple of months, we've seen what the rival gangs have been capable of, and thankfully Quando Rondo didn't have to face a life or death situation. Is there a reason the gang had specifically only attacked Rondo and not the other men? Seems odd, but luckily that is all that happened to the men. Von's uncle was known as one of the craziest drill rappers to walk the street of O-Block, holding the reputation of his grandfather, who was supposedly the founder of Blood Disciple, the gang King Von was associated with. King Von's whole family kept inside the chain, and all that fell through to the street life, Von being one of the only ones to make it out. Even though he made it out, Von still had property in the hood because he didn't want to leave the lifestyle and become one of those fake gangster rappers. Knowing it would hurt the name of his family, Von made sure to keep the legacy going and even make that name that put Chicago rap back on the maps. King Von only being the age of 26, many knew he was going to be one of the biggest artists, and even passed Lil Durk as the best artist to come out of Chicago. King Von's uncle said in an interview, when he got his first $100,000 check, he didn't go buy one of those fancy cars, he went and donated to the hood and helped his family and friends. That guy would have done anything for these kids, so the people are gonna treat him the same way. Quando Rondo truly needs to hide, he's not in safe standings. He wasn't lying about that one. He warned Quando Rondo that he was going to do something about it, but Quando took his word for granted and made fun of it. Obviously, King Von held a different spot in many's hearts, but when a family loses another member in the hood, it's a different type of brotherhood that's about to take action. Especially losing the one who was seen as a caregiver to many, it truly hurt their spirits. Luckily, King Von owned his masters, meaning his family owns all the profits to his music and brands. The moment news was released that King Von was rushed to a hospital in Atlanta, many knew that Quando Rondo's crew had been up to no good. Soon after the news of that incident, security and other leaked footage of Quando Rondo carrying Timothy Leaks, the suspected shooter, saying "Don't close your eyes, cuzzo, stay awake," had flown through social media. Now that everything was exposed to the public, Quando Rondo's social media accounts were filled with hate comments and threats towards his family. You could really see what the army King Von had formed was capable of right there. Many even went as far as finding Quando's address and other information about the rapper. Quando Rondo proceeded to disable comments and delete many of his pictures. Following all of that, Quando Rondo stayed pretty quiet on social media until he had dropped his hit single, End of Story, which was pointed toward Von's passing and how his gang didn't have his back. Quando Rondo even went as far as informing everyone that Timothy Leaks had done this 4 other times. In the song, Quando said, "I told y'all don't sleep on Lil Timmy. He a shooter. This not the first time, this is the 4th. Odd how Quando decided to do that, but why would he release this knowing OTF was on the verge of coming for him? After the rumors of $1 million bounty being set on Quando's head, you'd think he'd run away from all the drama. I guess he just thinks differently. Do you think Quando Rondo knew what he was getting himself into? Let us know down below. That's all we got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in until the end. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Von for a chance to win our giveaway. See you next time on Lime Report.
When you heard the end of the story for the first time, man, he dropped that.
Never heard the whole song.
Oh, you never did?
Heard the beginning and I just couldn't listen no more. Never heard the whole song. Cause I know he full of cap.
Yeah.
He cap. He is a big cap.
Do you feel like Quando could ever do a show again, bro? You think it's...
No, I mean he can slip through the cracks, but it's ugly for him, bro. You know.